Okay, how is everybody? This is going to be a short video, one of the rare short videos. To start off the video, 2014, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 and 2 is 7. To bring this into a 7 world, 2 and 5 come together. To bring it to a 10 world, 5 and 8 come together. 2, 5 and 8, the center of your phone, the wing of the bird. Actually, it's the body, 1 and 5. Okay, 2 and 5 creates 1 and 5. Just like 9 and 8 create 72, also creates 17. 1007 is 2014 is 3021. Okay? The other thing I want to mention, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, no matter what you do, you get man, 64. Then you get the spirit and the mind, 128, or 12 and 8. 12 and 8 become the Z letter, as the 26th letter is 2 times 6, and 2 plus 6 is 12 and 8. It also counts for the 5 core center, 5 and 8, because 8 and 2 makes 10. Where does it count for the 5? Because in Chaldean, it plays the H, plays the role of number 5, electronic. The skull bones, electronic. This to a 13 world, the 8 that goes here for 10 now goes here for 13. This for 13, you would have to add 11, which is actually the ace, but we can't add the 11. We'll put 2 and 2. So 8 and 2 will actually be time heaven, but 8 on this one and 2 on this one will actually give you your 13, 13. 8 and 5 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 2 and 2 is 4. Have you ever got on a plane and flown to California or something, or flown thousands of miles away and you get jet lag? Does anybody really know what jet lag is? I'm going to tell you what jet lag is. Jet lag is like having a wireless computer, okay, plugged in, and you run out of your house. The next time it recreates, it's Wi-Fi. The next time you connect your Wi-Fi is somewhere else. So you have to reconnect your spirit somewhere else, Wi-Fi inside your body, causing jet lag. Is there a way around this? I'm quite sure these numerologists and astrologists who understand what it means to have Wi-Fi and extended deleted spirit energy, okay, which has to do more with inside your body, the diamond effect, how the star system picks up with you. They say it doesn't, but you're in a condoned zone inside that plane. Skull bones, do you want to hear more about skull bones? Well, let's just go and see what Noah did. As Noah multiplied 2 by 2 by 2 when he got to 1024. This is 6 times 4 is 24, the original 6 by 4, and 6 plus 4 is 10, 1024. The only one missing is the 3. 1024 is XX in Roman numerals, or JX. J and X equals 34 stands for 1. And because it stands for 34, 3 and 4 will give it a straight. 3 and a 4 will give it a straight. 3 and a 4 will make it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay, this is where it all creates before it gets out of the gate. 2 by 2, 4 by 2 is 8. 2 by 8 is 16. Why? Because in a Y, which is 3 areas, okay, always coming out of 1, or whatever it is, let's not even look at that. So you get this, we reverse it back the other way, it says 2014. Now, if you want to look where this all comes from, everything comes from significance or scientific, okay, scientific Atlantics and all these things that they're building to connect. It has to do with 369 ESP, Earth, Saturn, Pluto, or it becomes Venus. It becomes, well, this shouldn't be actually the G. This is the 7G. But this one is Venus for 22, 29, 39, 48. This becomes the angel. What is this? This is Earth, Saturn, Pluto. When Lo Shu comes in, Lo Shu puts Venus into that corner. Lo Shu puts Uranus where Saturn is. And Lo Shu puts Saturn where Pluto is. Okay? So it's VUS 366. The skull bones are V and U as 666 inside of Chaldean, and that's because, let me try and show you this reason here. 666 WUV 21, 22, 23. Number 66, 6 times 6 is 36, excuse me, 6 times 6 times 6 is 216, 9 days, 24 hours, 21, the cube 6 of man, 6, 1, 2, 6, there's no 3, 4 again. In most of the calculations, there won't be a 3 and 4. And every time you get 5, it will always equal to 5 and 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But there's a change. Once you get to 20, 20 is the first time that the chain will go around the first 19, right? When you're playing football, 10 one way means 10 off the other way. If you go 10 towards the left, you're 10 further from the right. There's your 10, 10. There's your chain. There's your marker. There's your football field, okay? So, again, what I'm going to do in here is, here's the 6 card. Here's the 6 card. Becomes the 8 card. Here's the 6 card. Become the 7 card. Here's the 6 card. The 6 card is the back world. It's the background. 666 is the skull bones. 66, the world of you. 6 and 6 makes 12. 1 and 2 makes 3. 666 makes 18. 1 and 8 makes 9. But not really, because that 1 is your heart. So this is your 6. This would be the skull bones. 666. The I is because when you jump from this number and you jump, you always use 9 numbers with the number you're with. Why? 1 before and 1 after the 1 you're on. The 1 you're on is 35, 35, 35. Why? Because of the game of roulette. Okay? But this would have to be your skull bones of 666. And if you total it, 666 is 18, 19, 20, 21. Now you have the cube. 666 is 18. Now if you had the 9 card or the 10 card that showed man in a house, okay, that would be your excuse me, this is your 18. This makes your 21. Yes, man 10 would be your 31. Now what we have to understand, there's 4 months of 30 days. 4 times the 7th gate. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the outside, 2 on the inside. 4 on the inside, 2 on the outside. This would now be the 7 card. 5 on top, 2 on the bottom. And don't forget, diamonds connect differently. Okay? There's ways to connect this. A different way to connect it is also this way. The 6 card, if you want to get into the chakras, but this is what the 6 card designs. They become D and D, D and D. The 0 becomes the 6, D and D. It becomes 44, 6, 44, or 8, 6, 8, or 16 and 8 is 24, becomes 6, 6, and 6. Because 4 times 4 is 16, 4 and 4 is 8, 16 and 8 is 24, 2 and 4 is 6, 6, 6. Okay, it depends what you want to do. Boxing in the 0 leaves you 8 on the outside, 9 on the inside. You got 17. Always 2 areas will be free. So out of a dice, or the 9 lives of the cat, 7 will, 2 of the areas will always be open. Why? Heads and tails. This, the corners are cut off in Las Vegas. Okay? This is the star key. Do you see why it's cut off? They're showing you the angle of the rain. Or the SIM card in your telephone. Plug me in, but don't plug me up. You can't shut me down. You can't shut me up. Oh, well, thank you, George Carlin. I wouldn't have known if it wasn't for him. I got some of my acting out of it. He says, once you get into life, you got to start acting. Tell everybody the truth. But have fun with it. Of course. I didn't do this yet. Okay? Saturn, which would be the 7. Saturn, which would be the 6. Saturn is 6 and 7. The spirit of 76, S and S. Did you ever see these letters, Jones? Jones had 1. Or how about his Bones? Bones had 1. He had cones and he had drones, he had phones. He had money, but they had to split that up. So they had to add a Y. And none was 1. So when 0 was 1, is because 0 only comes with 1. 0 comes with 1. 0 becomes 6 because it's the 9 lives of the cat. That becomes 7 again. This is your 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. They become these numbers, okay, up to 7. But the minute you get to 8, 9, and 10, the French language separates, okay, the J, J, J with S-E-N. S-E-N, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, why don't we try 7, 8, 9, 10 and just mark it in order, okay? We all know what it is. Everybody's done this before, right? S, 7, 8, 9, 10, Cent, Tenet, Rojas, Sorto. Turn the dial on the telephone, or how about 10 is between S and U. J is between I and K. Q is between P and R, and these K is between J and L. JKL, MNO, PQRST. This is exactly the king. The king is exactly on the 5 key. And not only that, but the king in cards is a K, the J in cards is a J, but the 12th letter and the 12th card is a queen. So right over here you say Jack, Queen, King, and you got number 33. You got the crown, the bones. You put it on the crown. All the bones are up to the crown. Is it not? Is it not up to the crown and the judge? Watch out for Thor? No, watch out for 4. 4's a whore. It's an hour. It's a J. Smoke one J, marijuana. Anybody? We now become smokers. Okay, so after that, okay, in French, it says 10 Jack, Queen, King, 10 valet, dame, roi. The queen is king. The parking of the queen is king. 10 valet. I'm the valet driver. DR, Ford, DR, third. IR with D. It's I and R that taps to create the R. Do you know why? Because if you actually look at the design on the R, we all know that it comes from the Mayan. We all know where it comes from. It's something like that. You know what I'm saying? The R goes down. But anyways, I just want to show you something about 2 6s. See this? If I went up on one and down on the other, I got 9 and 6 becomes the 8. But when I take the tails and I connect them in between, okay, we now have our 7, 7, 7 in between. Because that's exactly what it does do. Because once we make the 2 loops, you put a dot in the center here, a dot in the center here, they become the yin of their own yang. 8 is only created because 6 and 9 exist. But 7, 8, 9. Because 6 went over through 8 to connect 9. The heads and the tails. It's only like this you do it. Zoop. Has he ever seen it this way, perhaps? So where else are we right now? The 9 card, 11, 0, 11. The 9 card, digital, or equals 4, x, 4. These 4, at 2.5 valued each, equals 10, equals to a whole. So it would be 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Do you know why? I'm going to explain to you why. Watch out for my happy face. You see Bob? Why? 2 and 2. 0, 2 and 2. It's 2 and 2 that create it. So it says Bob. 11, 0, 11. 4, 1 and 4. 2, crisscross, and 2, and the 5, center. Now, the space, the ace in space, one of the reasons the ace in space is, I'm assuming, okay, is this Pac-Man style image. When they meet each other, because if you open them up, this air becomes free. When you close it, you have an area of life. This is the diamond center. So if the 5 is actually whole in the middle of space, which is nowhere, but they connected or beached and locked up the boats, and they created the empty space in the middle by closing the outside in. Okay? I did want to say something else about this. It was the equal sign. It was Bob. It was 2 and 2. The X is in the center over here. But there's more to it. Yes, at the same time, this V in the center, if I shove it in between here, it would show me V1, which is 4 on the left, V1, which is 4 on the right. So what would it make me for this? Did I finish with the skull bones and the 666? No, the 666, I forgot to tell you, is because of the 8 card. I'm all over the place again. 6, 7, and 8 card. 6, 6, 6, 1 gate, 1 gate, 1 gate. 3 gates, 3 6s, 21. 28 days in 13 months, in 12 months. Then you have 30 days in 4 of the months. Here's your 4 of the months of 30 days because of this. And then there's 4 months that have 31 days. The 4 months of 31 days is because what we do is slashed out on an angle. It's all slashed out on an angle, like the rain. When we stand straight like this, and that energy comes on that angle, it hits us. Imagine if we were tilted this way, the energy would go right by us. So what they do is they put man straight, and they turn the energy towards the side so we can be hit with the spirit at all the times on all angles. We're always being hit, and we're never missed in spirit. See what the star does? From the center, it opens up here, and from the center, it'll do the same thing down. Imagine this is one piece of the tic-tac-toe pound key. Okay? Imagine if it was one piece. Okay? Imagine how this 666 shapes inside a triangle of some sort. I'm not sure which way. We tie it all together and we get triangles, all triangles tied together. Suez Canal, Panama Canal, tie the ropes and tie things up. There was the other thing again, Wizard of Oz, the lion, the scarecrow, Dorothy, Pluto and Toto the dog. Pluto, Tento the dog. So I wanted to say again something about number 9, in which, like I said before, 9 is not 9, it's 1 that owns 8, 4 above and 4 below. Now that can be talked about in temperature. There's also the same thing, it can be 4, 9, 4. Area 5, 4, 9, 4. Area 5 plus the 9 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. Once again, 5, 5, 5. Every area is actually its own 5. When you count here, 1, 2, 3, then there's a space here, 4, 5, 6, then it's 7, 8, 9. This is the only place you can get 7, 8, 9. If I flip this upside down, this is 1, 3. If I flip it this way, right, this is 1, 3 again. It's always 1, 3, 3, 1. That's all it is. The numbers are all just reconnected from upside down. It's another number because it has to show us another number. Now the I is the thing is because everything has to do with 3, and a triangle has to do with 3, but a 3 triangle is actually a 7 because there's in between each corner, okay, there's the base and the 3 walls, and the dot that takes the core light, and that core light comes from a flat position, but the top has a hole in it and can go right through. So you put 2 triangles together, or you shove a light from the small hole at the bottom of the triangle, and you get the flat of the triangle at the top, putting out light to all the areas. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus, 2014, 24, what can I say, October is the 10th month, 2 and 4, the 4th day, 10th month, 4th day, 2014, 5, 5, 5, and 5 equals to 625, times 41 equals to 25,625. There's other numbers that fit to this. One of the numbers are 1521, and I've seen them in a lot of areas, but guess what? I count for no value because I don't have the answer. Then there's another thing, squaring off the 9 lives of the cat by finding the in-between and all the corners in between. The first part of the 9 lives of the cat, when you're squaring it off, is just to put it on the outside. Then you have a center, a top, and a bottom, so automatically you have 3 by 3, 9. The area box that owns its own box creates its 10 worlds. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Every image you're going to see, COC, cock, 3, 6, 3. You're always going to, whatever design it shows you, it's always going to have that value. And the other thing I wanted to do was the K letter, in which it's one value to this side half, and then there's 1/4 here, 1/4 here, and splitting the 2 arms apart is 1/2. So 1/2, 1/4, 1/4, and then half on the other side gives you your whole 1. And then you just have to start counting your when you break it up here, 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 and here, what their values are. Is there anything else? AIR, Chandeline Gematria Jenanu. Do you know her? She knows about the stars. She knows about the tarot cards and the stars. She can match up the astrological images and the stars and the tarot cards. She can tell you about the moon, who the moon is, what the numbers are in 4 different numerological areas, starting with Chaldean, Pythagorean, gematria, and numbers. And if you ask her anything else, she'll certainly look it up. All we need is a little bit of time and a whole lot of love, because communication and connection, the involvement of all of us together, it'll be one piece, just one piece that somebody might say that I might use, and one piece that I might say that you may use to give me back another piece. And in time, when we put the pieces more together, the more our minds understand how we are built, the more the energies will come back, because we will be winning. Matrix was obligated to pay those who are refined in thought, and it will automatically give us back. You don't think it's a machine-paid world? Well, let me tell you one thing. When you get a lottery draw with numbers, it's a machine. So if you don't think the machines own the world, besides somebody at the helm, then what does own the world? It's time to make your move. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Everything is brand new. Thank you for watching.